So
Well,
what did you do from going to school, programming, doing all that thing, being treated already as a gifted mathematician, young mathematician, and working on that? How did you get so deep into coding and understanding that, okay, there might be another way from what you are seeing? Because you already saw early on some social networks, you've seen operating systems, you've seen the internet boom, the dot-com boom. What impact did that have on you, and how did you decide to fix the internet and the communications?
I guess I only really started like thinking deeply about the bigger issues, like basically when I discovered Bitcoin. This was back in March 2011 when Bitcoin was still this like very young thing. And I heard about it once from the internet, once from my dad, and I thought, okay, this is interesting. Like I should just like poke into this system and or poke into the community and see if I can actually participate. So I started crawling through the Bitcoin forums, and like I set myself a goal. I'm going to get a Bitcoin job, right? I'm going to participate in this ecosystem, and I'm going to like actually get some Bitcoins. I did not have any cash, so only way to get Bitcoin is with a job. My computer,
or mining.
My computer was too terrible for mining. So I eventually found this person who was making a Bitcoin blog, and he was paying, not Mihai yet, actually.
Not yet, yeah.
Yeah, no. So he was paying people 5 Bitcoins per article, which back then was $4.
So cheap.
To write articles for him. So I started doing this, and I wrote wrote a bunch of articles. Eventually, he ran out of money, and I came up with this trick to help the magazine kind of like continue being able to like be fun, or this was Bitcoin Weekly, continue to be able to be funded and pay people. Like what we would basically do is release 2 articles every week, and then we would publish the first paragraph of each article, and then we would have a crowdfund address, and when we would say when the crowdfunding address reaches 2.5 Bitcoins, then we publish the rest of this article. And it actually worked for a while. So I stayed with Bitcoin Weekly for a while, and we kept on doing this. And then at the same time, I was just to write my articles, like I was learning about Bitcoin. And Bitcoin back in 2011 was incredibly interesting, right? Because it was this like mix of math, technology, cryptography, open source software, economics, politics, and there were people like thinking about and concerned about all of these things, and they were just talking to each other in one place, right? And like there was the politics and society forum in like inside the Bitcoin forum that had.
It was like a response to 2008 to the crash, and many people felt like they were left on the sidelines.
Absolutely, yeah.
Did you feel like that?
I think I was too young to understand what the 2008 crash was. Yeah, but. I definitely, I think, kind of philosophically understood that there's something wrong with the way the internet works, and probably with the way that a lot more things work. And I wanted to kind of get in and see if see if Bitcoin could be part of a path to make things better. So I got kind of deeper and deeper into the Bitcoin space quickly, and then. In September of 2011, this was when Mihai Alicia, the person who would then become an Ethereum co-founder 2 years later, reached out to me, and he said, "Hey, I'm starting this Bitcoin magazine. Do you want to join?" And I'm like, Yeah,
let's go.
So I became the first writer for a Bitcoin magazine. I guess growing up and even in the Bitcoin space, I definitely felt like I was kind of on the edges in some ways, right? I was even when I was doing programming, I could just tell that there were these other students that were doing programming, and they had access to some special programming classes, and they were studying and doing all these things together in person, and I just had no idea how to get into those things. And
physically?
Yeah, physically.
Okay.
Yeah, but this was 10 years ago, back when I think I definitely still had the mindset that the physical world is much more real than the internet.
And something changed.
Well, eventually, slowly over time.
So you actually experienced 10 years ago what you're experiencing for the past year or so?
I guess so.
You're a decade ahead, at least.
Well, maybe I was, I guess, a decade ahead, but did not realize it, right? Like even then at the time, right? You know, I think the mindset that the physical world is the world that matters. Like it was deep, right? Like I remember, I did not really feel like I was like fully a part of the Bitcoin community until I saw everyone in San Jose.
Okay.
Yeah. So
you're actually an appearance when you come to these meetings, these conventions. Everybody appreciates it, and you turn into a meme when you come along. You're from that place,
right?
Although you don't actually live in that place, you're everywhere.
Yeah. I do. Around in 2013, I basically started kind of doing the nomad thing and not even like living in any one place, right? In June 2013, I just like told my parents and like everyone like, hey, I'm going to take the rest of this university off term just traveling around and doing Bitcoin things. And
you were already like 17?
I was 19.
19 already.
17 was when I joined Bitcoin Magazine.
So 19, you told your parents, I'm going to go ahead and do my own thing. And they said?
My dad was fine with that.
Okay. Made sense.
Yeah.
But mom?
I think, mom was fine with it too. I think...
Eventually?
Yeah, no, I think like the one thing she was concerned about was like she was concerned about me going to Israel because apparently like it was just not very safe at the time or something. But no, otherwise fine.
So actually, what is your residence? What is your passport from these days? Still Canada?
Yeah, still Canada.
Okay.
And I mean, I still have the Russian one too.
Okay, but you're traveling all the time.
Yeah.
So how much time a year do you spend in Canada physically?
It depends. Again, I think on like some years it would be a couple of months, some years it would be like 1 month or a couple of weeks.
Okay, so you're international now.
Yeah.
You're decentralized.
I guess so.